What's up, guys? Today I wanted to talk to you about flexible dieting. Alright, so I wanted to talk about flexible dieting with you guys today because I think that there's a lot of misunderstanding when it comes to the concept of it. And first off, I want to start by saying that flexible dieting is not a diet. It is a concept, and it's a way of eating no matter what your goals are, whether it's fat loss or weight gain or maintenance with putting on lean mass. It will work for you no matter what your goals are, even if you're in competition prep or if you are just doing this as a lifestyle to try to get healthier. So if any of you guys are on any other form of social media, especially Instagram, and if you happen to follow really any fitness person, I'm sure you've heard by now about flexible dieting, or at least seen pictures of like ice cream and donuts and sugar with hashtag flexible dieting. Yet these people that are doing flexible dieting and eating these things are still losing weight. And I think people that don't know anything about flexible dieting might get the wrong idea. It's not about just eating sugar and sweets all day and you're still losing weight. It's much more than that. So what is flexible dieting? Flexible dieting, which is also referred to as IIFYM, or if it fits your macros, is a way of eating that allows you to have a healthy diet, but it also allows you to fit in those little treats that you want, like ice cream and donuts and cake and whatever you choose. It allows you to fit that into your diet without compromising your nutrition or your health or compromising the goals that you're working towards. So flexible dieting is really just that. It is a very flexible diet. It's not restrictive, and it's honestly, in my opinion, it's the best way to go about eating that is sustainable for the long term. You see a lot of these crash diets that are extremely calorie restricted, or they say you can only eat this, this, and this. You have to completely cut out carbs, or you have to completely cut out fat, and it makes no scientific sense to do diets like that. Of course, everybody's body is different. Some people respond to carbs differently, some people respond to fats differently, but flexible dieting can account for that because it is not a one-size-fits-all type concept. It is definitely extremely customizable to your specific body and how your body reacts to certain foods. The majority of your diet should be healthier foods. So it's complex carbohydrates, it's a healthy balance of saturated and unsaturated fats, lots of vegetables, lots of greens, because you do need your micronutrients too, and that is where those sources come from. Lots of lean proteins. It's just whole foods. 75 to 80% of your calories should be coming from whole foods. And then the other 20 to 25%, give or take here and there, will come from treats and things that you want to eat or things that wouldn't generally be allowed into your diet, either to make food taste better or whatever your preference is. If you feel like eating a donut that day, you can do that as long as it fits into your macronutrients. The reason you don't see the healthy foods on social media, you only see the sugar, you only see the fun foods, is because just that. They're fun, they're entertaining. No one wants to see a salad posted every single day, but it's those little treats that you look forward to every day that make it an enjoyable way of eating. Flexible dieting and counting macros is what you make it, dependent on your preference. This way of eating doesn't tell you you can't have carbs, you can't have fats. It doesn't tell you anything like that. Once you figure out the amount of calories that you should be eating throughout the day, dependent on your stats and your activity level and your goals, you then figure out your macros. And I will do a separate video from this on how to, like a general idea on how to calculate your macros. So macronutrients are fat, protein, and carbohydrates. fat has 9 calories, protein has 4 calories, and carbs have 4 calories per gram. And these 3 macronutrients are what make up your calorie intake. They are what your body takes to break down into energy. So when you hear somebody say, oh, I'm tracking my macros, that's what that means. You can also use a macro calculator at iifym.com or just Google macronutrient calculator and I'm sure some should pop up. Because flexible dieting is what you make it, you make the choices of what you're going to eat and you just eat within the parameters of your macronutrient count. I think it makes it a lot easier to transition into healthier eating slowly rather than just diving into a brand new diet, and that's a big reason why a lot of people's diets don't last very long and they end up gaining even more weight than they weighed in the first place, is because their diet was so drastic. Calories are restricted, and so when they do finally have their cheat meal, they go overboard and they just binge. But with flexible dieting, you're not cutting out your treats. You can just slowly transition into incorporating more whole foods, more vegetables, more healthier choices, but you can still satisfy your cravings with the set aside amount of calories that you can have for your treats. So you're not going cold turkey essentially, you're slowly transitioning. For me, when I first started out counting macros about 2 years ago, I still ate unhealthy foods, but I slowly started to add in more whole foods, and as I got used to eating that, I just felt so much better eating whole foods. If I'd get a craving for ice cream or donuts, I mean, I worked in pastry for almost 5 years, so working in a pastry kitchen is extremely hard to say no to sweets, especially when you have to taste everything. I'd still fit that stuff into my diet. I tried to eat as cleanly as I could, and I'd still eat sweets in the pastry kitchen, but that was already accounted for in my diet. It's just about you. It's about personalizing it to you. If you want your entire diet to be clean, that's fine, but at least you'll still have that room to eat unhealthier foods, and you know that it's accounted for if you can fit it into your macros. Thank you so much for watching, you guys. I hope that you now have a better understanding about flexible dieting and maybe want to try it yourselves. My videos to come will have more information about it, about how to figure out your macros. So if you guys ever have any questions or if I didn't explain anything thoroughly enough, please leave a comment below or email me, and I would be so happy to talk more about it with you, because I really do want you guys to understand that there are other options out there rather than just clean eating or cutting out carbs and fats and not understanding why, just kind of hoping for the best. So I want to really help you guys, and I would love it if you'd reach out to me if you do have problems or questions. So thank you for watching, and like or subscribe if you haven't already, and stay tuned for my next videos.